that. I done gave my watches away, ain't got no time for that. Asking where's my heart, good luck finding that. How long can I see you around? Think I'm still timing that. Put that thing in Tyler Heroes back.
Yeah.
You always say some shit when everybody's quiet. You still ain't quiet.
No, because every time I speak, niggas get quiet. Like right now, niggas is quiet. Nobody's saying nothing. But as soon as somebody else speaks, every time everybody else. I just don't understand. Niggas. 19 years. No, I think it's
Download it.
But I can download that.
I don't know why
Put some syrup on it. Why would I put chocolate syrup on a white people? I know. I keep playing with Tyler Heroes.
Huh?
It's crazy out here, man. It's really crazy. I just gotta keep. You said that's hot.
In the room.
In what room?
Game. Well, all the one where it sounds like it's blowing up right now.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like your Ninja Tyler Hero dude. It's gonna take all night for you to download it. It is good, but if it ain't fucking that good, I can download it, but
the NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Why am I playing this nigga? I'm gonna just give you free double quick. Why am I playing this nigga, bro? Why am I playing him when he got the 40? Okay. Dylan, are you watching? Okay, this nigga finna see all the plays, everything that I do. It's cool, he's down when you can run like me though.
Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them.
I don't even want to play you.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anay.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw is Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive.
Okay. Nigga, I don't care. Nigga, I'm undefeated tonight. Fuck. I'm undefeated tonight. Nigga. Nigga, I didn't actually think he was gonna play. Dylan, should I whoop this nigga? Dylan, should I whoop this nigga? Say no more then. Now you finna get your one. Niggas got the 49 and think they
the game. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Nigga think I'm scared of Matt Breida. I'm finna. Okay. I'm gonna watch these substitutions, nigga. This is what I put this nigga in a box. Something.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I had 2. Do you see this, Dylan? So you see I don't got 2 safeties in the box right now. two safeties in the box. It's crazy.
Garoppolo on first down. And he finds his tight end, Salek.
And where he going, though?
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Oh my! Dylan, did you just see that? Did you just see that, Dylan? If he gets mad when he throws picks, and that's the reason why. He's sitting right there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
1 yard.
Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
21. Here we go. Hey, echo.
Garoppolo now on third and goal. Flushed out right. And that is caught.
He just caught the ball.
Back
You did all this
right
shit
there
come
to
down
say
here fucking
incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
Now I'm finna
So
come down here and
Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Oh.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
I don't know why they did it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
No, I didn't.
I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete.
Yeah,
he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Jackson.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson.
With his lead, nigga. With his lead.
Take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 34 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
Willie Snead. Play with that man.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
You don't, because you left them open. That's disrespect. You did.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
You did.
Fielded about a yard deep. And And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'll move you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
12. Check safety. Hey, gun.
Control the big money. I got it in my pocket.
I got you.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo.
Yes,
In
sir.
double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Yes, sir.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Yes,
And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll run on 1st down.
No.
It's Ingram. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, folks, we gave you a glance at the AFC playoff picture. Let's talk NFC playoff picture. Bit of a shakeup because the Niners and the Saints game, then the Seahawks and the Rams. So San Fran back up the top spot. Then you have the Packers who beat Washington moving up to number 2. The Saints with the loss try to follow all this. They drop down the spot. But it's a critical one as they lose that first round bye, and then we're still awaiting resolution on the Cowboys and the Eagles in the NFC East seeding.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy deal because essentially San Francisco and Seattle had kind of been trading back and forth. And after Sunday night's games, San Francisco holds that spot. But remember, those two play Week 17. It could all be decided then. The Saints have already locked down the NFC South. They're trying to get one of those top 2 seeds, as you mentioned. But the race for these wild cards, Minnesota sitting right there holding the number 6 spot. They're a game ahead of the Rams, who are really hot right now. And the Bears, after whacking the Cowboys last week, they're hanging in there as well.
But as you're alluding to, I mean, Seattle drops from the number 1 seed all the way down to the number 5 seed in one day. Of course, a lot can change in the final 3 weeks.
And just think, a lot of people wondering, how does the NFC East get a home game by winning that division? This is going to be one of those years people will talk about reseeding based on absolute overall record.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Hey, alert!
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th.
What the?
Haul it in is Kittle. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
Give me that.
And he
Quit playing
fires
with
one
me.
that's intercepted.
Quit playing.
Picked off down at the 10.
No,
And it's a
I'll kill
good
you.
return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. All right, CD, let's take a step back. Look at the AFC playoff picture with just 3 weeks to go. Hard to believe. Essentially, I think it's 7 teams for 6 spots right now. The Ravens are in, looking good for the number 1 seed at 11-2, essentially with a 2-game lead over the 10-3 Pats, who they beat in Week 9. Then what, we got Chiefs in the West leading right now. Texans currently ahead in the AFC South. How about that wild card picture?
Yeah, how about Buffalo? They had a tough loss at home to Baltimore, but boy, they're playing awfully well. And guess what? They go to New England next week. That game could have big ramifications. And the Steelers, how are they 8-5 on their 3rd, maybe essentially 4th quarterback of the year since they traded Josh Dobbs in preseason? Incredible job Mike Tomlin has done as the head coach there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He uncorks it for Snead. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
I just love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in his first half. 7-3 our score.
Here we go. Black 80.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews, so I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime.
Give me that.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
11. 5.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Here we go.
The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, as we hit the home stretch of the regular season, just 3 weeks left. Let's look at the slate for Week 15. Some of the more intriguing games. Houston and Tennessee, that's a big one in the AFC South. Rams going to Dallas. Buffalo, Pittsburgh, that's a Sunday night game. And then Charles Davis will be taking his park into the frozen tundra. You've got Chicago and Green Bay this week.
Certainly do, and I'll take a heck of a lot more than just
my God.
I will look like Bib the Michelin Man when it's all said and done. I will be bundled to the gills. I have 27 expected at kickoff. But let's face it, how much fun will that be? Another historic Bears-Packers game, and a game where the Bears have to have it, and the Packers trying to hold on to the number 2 seed. Houston at Tennessee, so intriguing. Houston just got jumped on by Denver. But these teams will meet twice in the last 3 weeks. A division title may be at stake. The Rams have to win. Dallas can actually afford a loss and still win their division, which sounds crazy. And Buffalo needs a big victory in order to make that New England game possibly mean a division crown. That's going to be fun when they they go to Pittsburgh.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Six.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
21.
Garoppolo again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Oh!
They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And now they get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 34. Tucker's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 20.